When I first got on here, I was thinking about what I was gonna say and how I was gonna say it. But the best for y'all, for me, is always just come naturally. So, welcome back again. You feel me? Another update. Day in the life of Ross. I know I ain't been here in a minute to keep y'all updated, but what's going on? So let's link up, let's catch up, and let's see what's going on. First and foremost, I moved out of my home state about a year, almost a year now. I've been going out of Ohio. For those y'all don't know, I am from Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. I moved out here to Colorado Springs about March of last year, and I've been doing real well for myself moving out here. I got a lot of different experiences. It was a real big culture shock moving out here. Real big. I was not really. I wasn't messing with it when I first. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't messing with it. I didn't really like it. Everybody was standoffish to me. Real big military state. When you really look at the whole scope of everything that's out here, and I was like, man, everybody just real weird acting and everything. And now I'm used to it, but before, no, when I first got here, I was not used to it. I was still doing really good for myself, though. I mean, it gave me the space to really focus on myself, and that's just the time I needed. The things I'm still doing now. I ended up, meeting someone in between that time while I was out here working on myself, moving out here. Real sweet woman. Y'all know me. I don't name names or anything in these videos. They know who they are if they look at them. She's a real sweet woman, real beautiful spirited woman, and I got to know her. She taught me a lot about myself through that relationship, a lot about who I was, what I needed to do for myself, a lot of the stuff that I didn't let myself get over completely, in my life. Those things I've been working on as of recently and letting a lot of that stuff go, and it's been really working for me. But she was real kid-spirited woman, and she's like so friendly, so nice, and love to have fun and everything. I wasn't in a spot like I am now to like really appreciate that about her. I didn't appreciate those things about her as much as I should have. I was really stubborn and stuck in my ways. I was real scared of a lot of things that hurt me back home, to like really let myself adjust and fit into what the Springs had to offer me. After we split up and everything, she we went our separate ways. I started learning a lot more about myself then. I really had to critique myself then because, just be honest, I lost a good woman just because I had harsh ways about myself, and I didn't want to admit that to myself. I thought what I was doing, what I was saying wasn't as bad as I thought it really was, and it was messed up, and I admit that wholeheartedly, that I needed to be a better person in those things. And for people though that do know me know that my harshness usually comes with love behind it, but that doesn't always make it right. And I had to really learn that. And it really taught me a lot about myself, a lot of things I had to let go, a lot of mistakes that I made in the past. Your boy, when I lost my mom, it put me in a real dark place. And I had a lot of moving on to do from that. So after, like I said, we split, I just started focusing on myself, and doing what I needed to do for myself and getting my head right, going to therapy and stuff like that, and talking to my father, really listening to his words of advice and really studying and getting myself together, going back to college, and I'm doing that. I'm actually doing really good in that. Right now I'm starting off real strong, and I hope to continue to keep going strong, but just to say this, because I know that this video might get watched by that person I mentioned, I apologize for everything I hurt you, that I said with my words. I didn't realize then that my words were that hurtful to you, and my actions or what I were doing. I thought I was being more protective of not allowing myself to fall into old traps and closing myself off and making me work better, and it didn't. And I understand that better now. So, I apologize for those things that hurt you. I really do. So I hope you're doing very well, and I hope that we can reach out to each other soon. On that note, I met her. I had a few jobs here and there, just bouncing around and stuff. Met some people here and there, hooping, playing basketball again. I got really into boxing, which I'm gonna touch on a little later in this video. But I really got into boxing a lot. Been watching all the fights and everything, just studying that. The Terrence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight was like the fight of the year, and I watched that and sat back and watched that, and I rewatched it like 100 times. Canelo, my favorite fighter, got his ass whooped. I can't do nothing but tip my hat out to my pops. He was right about that. You know, I'm wrong. You know, pops, you got it. But yeah, and then just like I said, just rebuilding a lot about who I am and what I've done for myself. You know, I got rid of the dreads. You know, I thought it was time to start fresh and really just rebuild myself, rebrand myself, and really find out who Roz was. You know, I fell in love with cooking and everything, and that's really all I do is the cooking and the computer work and going to school and hoping and boxing. You know, just keeping myself busy. I've been out here with my living out here with my roommate of mine, my brother. I call him my brother. That's my boy. And that man done did a lot for me here and helping me really rebuild out here in Colorado Springs. And you know, and I've been doing my own thing out here. We touch on the boxing thing. Well, since I've mentioned boxing before, I really got into boxing a lot. Boxing has been like an intricate part of who I've been these last couple years. Actually, I really haven't talked about it much on here. I for one say just watching boxing, studying and falling in love with the art of it. You know, I sparred around at some local gyms back home, and some friends and stuff. You know, nothing super major or anything. But I fell in love with it. You know, the speed, the power, the techniques, the different fighting styles between Mexicans, Soviets, Russians, and all that. I fell in love with it. Like one of my favorite fighters is probably a lot of people don't know who he is, Caleb Plant. He fought Trevor McCumbee back in 2024 in the PBC card. Really good fight. He's one of my favorite fighters. And I just been doing that, so I've been doing that, studying that. So I've been thinking about, you know, making my channel more of a boxing, fighting game hybrid channel because I'm just like super into boxing. Like I watch all the time. Like I'm watching the fight coming up next weekend, January 31st. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. Make sure y'all check it out on DAZN. No, this is not sponsored. I ain't got that many subscribers for that. But yeah, watch that. Check those fights out. Those fights are great. Saudi Arabia, Turkey Al-Sheikh been making the best fights these last couple of years, and I've been keeping up with all of them. So that's been my thought. I've been having really a lot of ideas I thought about with some friends, watching other boxing podcasters and stuff that's really inspired me, like Showbiz the Adult, or the guys at the Boxing Voice like Ness and Two-Tone the Superstar. I was getting a little dry, but yeah, those guys really inspired me to really dive my foot into boxing. So I really want to do that. I'm thinking about doing that. So let me know what you guys think about that. I know you guys like fighting games and stuff on this channel, and I know you guys like my story times and stuff and my updates. You know, that's not going nowhere, but the boxing is where my heart lies when it comes to like just yapping and talking and being a yapaholic and shit. So, you know, just let me know what you guys think. You guys miss the fighting game content. What other content do you guys miss about me? You know, I haven't been here in a while. You know, I'm just really just picking this back up as a hobby and shit. So, really just want to keep you guys updated on what's been going on in my life, you know. Other than that, I've rebuilt my relationship with my father. I don't go too much into detail about my relationship with my parents and stuff. Me and my father have built a great relationship, and I'm like proud as fuck of that. I'm glad me and my pops are doing great. We've been headstrong, you know, since he's been here since my mom's passed, and just continuing to give me advice and things. So I'm just, you know, grateful of him and God to do those things. But is there anything last thing I can say for real? Because I don't have to make this video super long. I learned a lot in this last year. Through 2025, I learned a lot. I let a lot of things go. I let a lot of pain go, and I let a lot of what happened to me and what I did to a lot of people. I forgave myself for those things and let those things go. And you know, I hope those people have done the same towards me. If anyone has any animosity towards me or anything, you know, if not, you know, hopefully that we can talk it out. You know, as of today's date, you know, it's January 25th. I had a few people from my past reach out to me and talk to me, and I appreciate those guys. You know, appreciate them for reaching out to me and talking to me. You know, talking things over, squashing things, handling things, reconnecting, rekindling friendships. So I just can, you know, have nothing but I'll be happy about it. You know, I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm glad that everything that I have done in my life hasn't been in vain, or, you know, no one looks at me like I'm some kind of horrible guy or anything. You know, like, I made mistakes, but I am, you know, I'm still a good person. And if you make mistakes in your life, don't feel like that you're a bad person or a horrible person. You know, we are human. We make mistakes. We're not Superman. We're not Flash. We're not Batman. Even those guys make mistakes. So that's been my life this past year, 2025, going into 2026, guys, and I'm excited for what's coming next. I got a lot of things planned out this year for me and my family and my brother and everything, so we just about to keep, you know, snatching the bull by the horn and get the weightlifting for real. Like,
snatch the horns up off of Buffalo, I'm in here weightlifting.
Like, that's just where it is. So I appreciate you guys for tuning into the video. Those of you who are tuned in, I miss you guys back home in Cincinnati, you know, and you know, Springs, you feel me? I've been fitting in lately, so, you know, I made some friends here at the back, you know, at the college up here I go to and everything. Been playing basketball again up there. I'm in the 4v4 tournament, so, you know, I'm just looking for what the year got for me, man. I appreciate you guys for always tuning in, supporting your boy through all these years, rebrands, renames, and all this other stuff that I did trying to find myself on this channel. So you guys have a blessed one. May God bless you and yours, and your boy Roz Kaiju.